guess I'll come and give part two. I didn't know if I was going to get to ask a question, so I bribed my cousin and said, if you get your name pulled, you ask my question.
Oh, you created a Trojan question.
Yes, I did. And then you called my name, so I get to do something else.
Oh, all right.
First of all, my never-ending, unconditional love to you. I love sharing energy with you.
As we do with all of you.
And I so much appreciate you doing this.
As we do with all of you who have chosen to experience your life on earth, what we call the master class.
Well, thank you, the Masters of Limitation. Are we still known as the Masters of Limitation?
You are.
Thank you. I was wondering if I could speak to Anima.
Not today.
Oh, well.
Anima is involved in a contact scenario with another civilization. And while normally we can split our consciousness in a variety of ways to have a multitude of conversations simultaneously, in this particular culture that would be seen as an offense.
Oh, well.
Therefore, she is fully focused with all aspects of her consciousness in allowing that culture to become part of our interstellar alliance.
Well, my love to her, and I was hoping to get to chat with her, but that's all right. I will chat with you further about the dream state.
Yes.
Sometimes when I am dreaming,
Yes.
it feels as if I am actually in the dream, but there's a veil over my eyes, so I can see, but I just can't quite see clearly.
Yes.
Other times, I feel like I'm just watching.
Yes.
And other times, I don't know what's going on.
All right, is there a question here?
The question is...
Because everything you have described simply is something that can happen in that state. In terms of being in different positions, different points of view, having different kinds of experiences, and your relationship to those experiences will create in those different relationships different points of view of how you wish to experience what's going on. So sometimes you will be, as you say, just a fly on the wall. Sometimes you will need to see it through what might be called a screen memory so that you can have the kind of interpretation that will make sense to you in your reality. And sometimes you will simply be an observer for a variety of other reasons that may even have to do with other people you may be interacting with in the dream scenario that you don't know you're interacting with when you wake up.
Okay. And I understand all of that.
Oh, all right.
And another thing is, could it, or is it sometimes that I am waking up in another parallel me?
Yes.
Okay, so
because that's another symptomology of understanding the idea of simultaneous coexistence, is that sometimes you will actually start to see through the experiential eyes of another version of you. The barriers will start to dissolve, and you will gain more direct experience of someone else's, another aspect's experience of life. Now, this may be temporary in that sense, very quick. Sometimes it can be prolonged. Sometimes it creates the sensation you call déjà vu. I know what's going to happen because I've already seen it happen. You are standing in the center of the forward and reverse arrows of time, right at the center of parallel reality experiences between different lives, looking in two different directions at once. Seeing what is to come and knowing what is to come because you've already seen it, because past and future are all here in the present. So yes, more of that will happen as you expand your understanding of your coexistent simultaneity. Does that help?
It does.
It is about becoming, as you say, lucid in the dream you're having of physical reality, because physical reality is a dream. So when you talk about the idea of wanting to learn to lucid dream, becoming aware that you're dreaming when you're dreaming, the idea is that can also help you to become lucid in the dream of physical reality because you're dreaming right now. And the idea of becoming more aware of your simultaneous coexistence helps you become more lucid in the physical reality dream. So you can wake up and realize that you've been dreaming.
Or visiting, because that's what I call it. I call it that I'm visiting other selves
Yes.
Because it's a whole nother world. I understand the layout of the city.
Yes.
I understand everything, but
Yes.
I'm looking through their eyes, not
Yes.
necessarily mine. Okay.
You may call it whatever you wish,
Okay.
but you are experiencing parallel realities more directly.
Okay.
And that's one of the symptoms of understanding simultaneity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, and I love you.
Our unconditional love to you as well.